Many of us, especially right now during lockdown due to human malware, are unable to see friends in person. At least those of us who are sticking to the rules and being a considerate human being. So we use the next best thing: communication via the internet. Might this be audio calls, text, or video chats? And hey, you can even now watch movies together thanks to various streaming sites being compatible with the apps you use to talk to friends. Perks of being able to talk to friends online: you can send them a message whenever you want. It could be a silly meme, a random story, or just a message to say, hey, you miss them and you want to know how they're doing. Not only do I have many friends who are in different time zones, I am also in a long distance relationship. That in itself we'll be discussing in another video though. If you're anything like me, not being able to see friends and family can make you paranoid that you're going to lose those friendships. Might they live 5 miles away or 5,000 miles away? See, when you have friends who live in different time zones, you often have to wait for hours and hours every day for the chance to be able to talk to them at all. And often the only time they may be available to chat is the middle of the night for you, so your sleep pattern ends up being screwed up as well. And by then you may have missed your window of opportunity to stay in touch at all, making the separation anxiety 100 times worse. Or if you're like me, you want to message friends every chance you get, but then you also worry you're being clingy and needy, so you don't message them at all, but then worry you're drifting apart if you don't message them, but also worry you're bothering them if you do message them, and it's a vicious, never-ending cycle of personal psychological trauma. I know this is pretty much social anxiety in a nutshell, and I'm not going to pretend I have the answers to fix this. There's no step-by-step guide on how to cope with separation anxiety. Well, there are there, but I don't really think they actually work. But we all hear that little voice that tries to convince you that you're being a burden or annoyance whenever you do message friends. I believe that people who truly care for you will be there regardless if they message you regularly or leave you alone for weeks on end. Or at least what can feel like weeks on end. I have no clue what day it is anymore. No one has any obligation or duty to reply to any messages you send, nor are you always entitled to a response. Everyone has their own lives to lead and may not want to talk. Also, more to the point, not everyone is on social media 24/7 and constantly connected to the internet either. Of course, there is one surefire way to fix this problem: not have any friends at all and become a hermit who lives alone at the top of a mountain. No? Not an option? Eh. Okay then. Knowing that we all self-guilt ourselves, especially right now, and for the most part, people have a better idea of exactly what long-distance friendships can feel like now and what they can entail. And perhaps this lockdown has finally killed that mindset that online friends are not real friends. Well, we are all online friends now thanks to human malware, so I suppose we can take some comfort in that. The important thing is that we do stay connected, no matter how far away we may be. Might we communicate via instant messaging, a phone call, or smoke signals? Ugh, I burned the cereal again. I'm Mad Munchkin. Stay creative.